In the movie Titanic, this iconic character was Molly Brown. And as the movie so famously said, history would call her the Unsinkable Molly Brown. Her husband had struck gold someplace out west, and she was what Mother called new money. She was indeed a real person, and you can actually find her grave located on Long Island. Many people think that she's actually buried in Colorado because that's where her house is, but there is so much more to Molly Brown than what the movie let us know. Her husband, JJ, is mentioned briefly in the movie. The two married in 1896. However, the movie doesn't share she was actually separated from her husband at the time. They got separated in 1909. They both were Catholic and it wasn't proper to divorce, so they just had a very peaceful separation instead. And JJ actually provided her a monthly allowance of over $20,000 in today's money. Not much is known about JJ, but he does eventually end up on Long Island. However, a lot is known about Molly, about her efforts to go back and save additional people from the Titanic. However, even after that, she continued to take part in so many rescue efforts. She wanted to make sure the second-class and third-class survivors were financially taken care of and that they had items that were needed. And she acted as a counselor for so many people on the ship. And she went on to do great things. In 1914, before women even had the right to vote, she ran for Congress. However, she backed out of the election. In 1922, JJ died. And as a Catholic living in the area, he was buried in St. Bridget's Church, which is located in Westbury, Long Island. And in 1932, when Molly Brown died, she was also buried here. And one thing you'll immediately notice about her grave is that it says Margaret Brown, and that's because that was actually her real name. If you want to visit her grave, the easiest thing to do is park along Post Avenue and follow the path along the front of the church like I did. If you try and drive through, it's going to be very difficult to access, but you can see how close this is to the church and use this as a reference point.